Hey everyone, Cynics here, and after 7 weeks of intense art nonsense, Chroma Core 2021 is finally over. So let's do a big old recap. Chroma Core is a giant last man standing art contest that I do on Discord. There's an entry phase where anyone can submit a cadet for entry, and then 16 cadets are chosen, and then those 16 people have to battle in a daily art contest for as many days as it takes until there's only one person left. If you miss a single day of the art contest, you are out. If you get the bottom place in 3 different art contests, you are also out. It's like a 3 strikes rule. So having said that, I think it will make sense. Let's just start looking at everything. So this year was even bigger than last year. We had over 1,500 entries, which is ridiculous, and I sadly can't show them all, and I'll try to put up a little slideshow of some of my favorites in the background. There we go. I'll just let this slideshow do all the hard work, and if you see something that you're just in love with, you can always pause it and you'll see their name up in the upper left corner. It's very tiny. Maybe I'll find a way to make that bigger. But yeah, there was a crazy amount of talent and just wonderful entries this year. Last year amazed me, but this year it's like it just blew up even more. So like I said, 1,500 entries. I was trying to save just a handful each day of the ones that I thought were like really great. And by the end of the week, I had saved over 200. So I'm glad I wasn't the one who had to pick the final 16, because I honestly have no idea how I would have narrowed that 200 down to 16. Luckily, as you may or may not know, I had 2 team captains. We had Team Cyan with Ahmed Aldori and Team Red with Steven Zapata. So their main responsibility was picking their teams. So they each got to pick 8 cadets out of this sea of talent and amazing people. So that was a lot of fun, and lucky enough, I have it all live streamed. So I'm just gonna go play some clips of that, and I will see you after we pick those cadets. Hope you're doing good. I am here today, 2 p.m., much earlier than I normally stream. And I got, of course, we have Ahmed Aldori over on the left here, one of our team captains. He's gonna be drafting his team today. And on the right, we got Steven Zapata. Oh dang, everyone's got shirts. Hold on, there we go. Yeah, I gotta sit up for that. We're going to be picking back and forth until we have a total of 16. So that's 8 people on each team. And, you know, it's if they want the same person, it's just whoever gets it first, because it's dodgeball style. Now, the tricky part is that we haven't decided yet is going to be who goes first. I think I will give you a trivia question. And whoever gets the answer first, you can only take one guess, by the way. Whoever gets the answer first, I will let go first. All right. So here's the question. You guys can just buzz or raise your hand whenever you feel ready with it. Okay. What is the German psychological term?
Oh, sorry. Fuck.
God damn it! You're actually right, and I hate you so much right now.
What the hell was that?
What was that?
I think I get it by default now.
I forgot to buzz.
What was that scam? I didn't even get a chance to say anything.
Flagrant disregard for the rules. That
You
is
said
obvious.
German.
You go first.
Is that the only German thing you know?
No, but when it comes to art, sure, you got things like Bauhaus style and whatnot.
Oh
but
man, you really
another
ruined
question
it for me.
where we have to do a buzz.
It's fine. I guess Ahmed goes first. I guess there's nothing I can
we're
do.
going with that. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Steven.
He a gentleman. A gentleman has passed up his first pick.
I cheated. I didn't buzz the buzzer.
You know he's just going to hold this against you if he loses the full tournament. He'll just say, well, I did give you the first pick.
I can't tell you how much of a ignominy this is.
You are in
To
the
have
worst
been
spot.
cheated out of a response and then have it given to the cheater and then have him be called a gentleman for ceding it to me, the person who rightfully should have got it. Unbelievable.
Whenever you feel like it, Steven, you are free to make your number one draft pick.
I have to
Okay.
like look at them. Oh, go ahead.
All
You
right.
haven't looked at them? Man.
I have.
Oh,
You
okay.
better start thinking, man, because I came in here. I'm not here to pick friends, and I'm not here to pick art that I like. I'm here to pick winners.
Yeah.
That's who I'm here to pick.
Good.
I'm here to pick, how to put it, art murderers who will destroy other artists
Good.
and leave nothing but blood
Yeah.
behind them. And with that noble goal in mind, my first pick is Hugh May. Hugh May. H-I-E-U-M-A-Y. Hugh May. You are the king god of art.
So, with the number one draft pick,
I was
Steven Zapata
buying-
has taken
Pump up music
Hume.
playing.
I don't know how to pronounce that name either. Hume, but yes.
Pump up music playing.
very Metal Gear.
He's dancing. He's vibing to that. So, Med, with your
Yes.
number one pick, who are you feeling?
Side, and it really like feels like it's just gonna like kill some dreams and make some dreams, as Steven said earlier. But my first pick has got to be Silver Star 1243.
Gosh,
There's
here
no
it
way
comes.
I
Dun,
can
dun,
let
dun,
that
dun, dun, dun. Silver Star seems to be a crowd favorite. So everyone's...
No, that's really cool to send a 15-year-old to war. You're a good man, Med.
He's
Yeah,
a good
very
man.
noble. That's good.
Dude.
For the record, there is a secret count going on in the background. That is how many girls will Med pick for his cadet
my
team,
God.
and that is
Is
one for
Silver
one.
Star a dude?
We are one for one,
Um,
everyone. One for one. There is
Oh.
7 more to go. One for
There's no
one.
way to know.
Steven, you are on the clock now. So whenever you're ready to make your second pick.
No, I'm ready.
Okay.
Sometimes you need a gun, sometimes you need a sword, and then sometimes you need a Swiss Army knife. Something that can both harm and save the life of another. And I get a good feeling for my second pick. It's Cheddlecombe.
Ooh. Okay.
You're my number
This
two
is
pick.
I think this is a great pick. Med, you are on
Yeah.
the clock next. So whenever you're ready, it's fine. You can take your time, but yeah.
This one's going to be a bit of a detour of what people might expect me to pick. But when I saw this earlier, a couple days ago, I'm like, there's a lot of potential here. I really actually love this. From left field, I am looking at Cuddly Scary Head with Cadet Crow. And I think there's a lot of storytelling that could happen with this style. So I'm
Actually, I need to
very curious to
write
see
their
where this
name. I forgot to
goes.
write their name down. Wait, someone said it looks like a Med. I don't know.
Wow. Okay. All right.
He's got the hairy arm, the hairy. Okay. I you know, maybe a little bit of
I
a
think it's a
self.
bit of a reach, personally. Bit of a
Okay.
reach.
I
I've seen Med naked, and that does not look like Med.
Okay.
It's good to know. Steven, you are on the clock for your third pick.
You know, there's a lot of kinds of warriors in the world. There's people who are warriors with words. There's people who are warriors with their minds. And there are also people who are warriors with pencils. But I'm not picking for any of that. I'm picking warriors who hurt people with weapons and end their lives. And that's why I'm picking Yaoyi as my third pick.
I
Why?
believe I know this.
Oh,
Man,
why?
you're just picking all the killers, aren't you?
I'm here to win.
Ned,
yeah.
you are on the clock now with your third pick.
I haven't really decided yet whether or not I'm going to be picking people who were already in it last time, and I'll make a decision about that later on. But right now,
I think it's
what's
fine to
really-
have a couple people from last time. Hopefully, maybe
maybe
we'll see.
Well,
We'll
what's-
see.
What's catching my eye right now is it's going to be Leopoldina.
Leopoldina. Let me see if I
Yes.
have this one on hand real quickly.
Great style, shape design. Once again.
All
I hear
right.
you.
Steven, you are on the clock for your fourth pick. This will be half of your team.
Oh man, and it's It's looking good. Now, as much as I appreciate Ahmed's kind heart for fielding a diverse group to slaughter, a kind heart is not what wins wars, right? I mean, violence, real openness to violence is what wins wars. And powerful, clever lieutenants. So this will be my first one. For my fourth pick, I'm picking Spider Layer.
Interesting. The first returning cadet from last time.
What a choice. Yeah, they're going to destroy.
They have obviously the glory of experience that you can't be understated. All right, Med, you are on the clock.
Well, last year I might have snuck in a entry and people kind of caught on like, hey, that's...
Wait, did you sneak in an entry?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I actually started when I didn't finish it, but a lot of people thought that I did this one. And when I'm looking at it, I also see a lot of potential. Very, similar in style of what I might try to do. But yeah, Phil with his piece
there you go.
has a nice epic shot. You want to pull that up? I think that's a great job. But that's going to be my pick.
All right. Steven, you are on the clock for your next pick.
I'm trying. That last pick Ahmed made is making me have to move things around.
Yeah, no, I thought that seemed like one you probably would have gone for.
Obviously, in any war, you need people on the front lines, or you need people doing hand-to-hand combat, you need people handling heavy artillery, but you also need a silent knife in the dark to sneak from camp to camp and to assassinate high-level players. And for those purposes, I recruit Peeling Bananas.
Ooh,
Peeling Bananas
I like this. I like this pick. This was one that really stood out early on. All right.
Welcome to the team, Peeling Bananas. Happy to have you. You're a murderer.
Good job, Peeling Bananas.
Peeling Bananas.
All right, Ahmed, it's time for your fifth pick whenever you feel like it.
I'm not very good at coming up with fancy words like this guy here with knife in the dark. Ugh. Very cool, Steven Zapata. But when I do see amazing work, I know what I'm looking at. So when I saw Div's entry, I knew I had to just steal that.
Oh, you're going for Div, D-I-V, right?
Yes.
Okay. Div had an awesome entry last year that just barely was like right on the cusp of getting picked by me when I picked last year. So it is great to see someone that was like right there make it into this year.
Okay,
Curious.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pissed because Med stepped to me, and then in the same breath he took Div, who was my next pick. So
wow.
I need to readjust here.
Wow.
You got your frontline fighters, you've got your sneaking assassins, you've got your lieutenants. Everything seems to be all filled out. You've got everyone you would need for combat. No. Every squad needs an outlier. They need a freak. Someone who doesn't feel anything.
Okay.
And because they don't, they can be made to do anything. For my next pick, I want Ozan Pulat.
Oh.
Okay. All the way from Turkey.
Oh, are they from? I don't. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you know more than me this time.
He goes way back from my original server days.
All right, Med, it is time for your sixth pick.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do this because this person is a close friend of mine, and
interesting.
He's always had great artwork, and he's improved over the times. But it's going to have to be Mr. Coffee Knight, aka Matthew McAngus. Coffee Beanie is his name on here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I believe they went by Coffee Beanie. Okay. Picking his favorites. Nepotism at its finest. All right. Yeah, no pressure, but yeah, we're getting down to the final four picks here. So, Steven, whenever you're ready, feel free to...
We've talked a lot about bloodshed here today, and certainly there will be a lot of it. Let's just face it. It's gonna be gory. It's gonna be a very gory month. But when you field combatants, you also need someone to heal. Okay? As much as it hurts me to say, someone needs to be there to piece together broken bodies, no matter what team they're on. And for those purposes, I picked Joe Arts. Joe Arts, you are my second to last pick. Come to me. Join me on the right side of history. Come on, you Joe Arts. All right.
That is your 7th pick. So, Med, it is time for your 7th pick.
D-Half.
Oh, the second cadet pick, D-Half. D-Half, the chat favorite. The chat was going wild for. They were willing it into existence. D-Half. Everyone, relax. This is going to be the final pick for both teams.
I just want to say, Med, from one general to another, that was very good choice on your part on that last choice. Good job. You know, as much as I'm going to come get you, I respect you, and I respect you for your choices. All right. Yeah, you got everyone, you know. We got killers, we got assassins, we've got freaks, we've got medics. Covers just about everything you can imagine, right? Like, oh, we did good here. Everything that we need for war, we're certainly gonna win. What else could we possibly need? Well, you didn't think about after the war. There's no nice way to put this, but you need a cleaner. You need someone to cover up war crimes, because the way that we're gonna do this fight, there's gonna be some Geneva Convention violations. And
spoken like a true American.
That's the job for a specialist. And for that, I need Beatrice. Beatrice, you are the last member of my team.
Okay. Yeah, it's strong. It's going to be a tough team to go up against. Med, it is time for your final pick.
Even when I was doing my fake entry that I didn't finish, I found myself falling into the category of generic. And it's a common thing. It's no shame in that. But sometimes you look at the stuff and they really stand out as not very generic at all. And I think we need a little bit of that on our team. So when I look at Vorueg's Cadet Laszlo, I just know that I got to pick that for our team.
Honestly, I think this is a very diverse mix of people. I think it's a great set of teams. Yeah, so that process was a lot of fun, and I personally loved that stream. Sadly, there is a little bit of a shakeup because one of Med's cadets, Cuddly Scary Head, wasn't able to compete in the actual boot camp. They were just too busy. So we did luckily pick alternates, and the one alternate that was able to fill in was Awfully Sabi. So Awfully Sabi is officially the 8th member of Team Cyan. So now that you've been introduced to all 16 cadets, I think it's time we actually hop in and start looking at all of those daily assignments. Start knocking people out. Alright, so assignment number 1 was the Tree of Prismatic Overgrowth. A nice little environment to get everyone started. So this is the format you'll be kind of seeing a lot of. It's this Discord board. I make a little channel for every assignment, and then the cadets each get to post their entry in here. And then at the end of the day, I pick a winner and a loser. Obviously, the loser is the more important part because the loser can get strike, and if you get 3 strikes, you're out. And I also have to check if anyone missed the day because then they're out as well. So right now we got 16 people. I won't be able to really click in depth on all of these, but man, there are a lot of really good entries already on day 1. You never know once it's like thrown into an environment because all of these people were really selected for their character skills. But nonetheless, we got a lot of strong stuff in here. Sadly, I had to give the strike to Coffee on the first day. It doesn't look that bad, to be honest. It just felt a little less interesting and had a couple issues compared to some of the other ones. And the winner of day 1 was Div. I just love the colors in Div's pieces. It has a really interesting perspective. I would like to also share some of the follow-alongs for each assignment. So for this first day, man, there were a lot for the first day. I remember we had like a few hundred follow-alongs for the first prompt, and that kept up relatively steady for a lot of the contest. So here you can see this beautiful piece by Aki-kun. I don't know how to say everyone's names. I'm sorry. This one by Aslan. It's also beautiful. I love that. Beth Gilbert, always doing amazing stuff. We had Bo Oldert's Clockwork Fish, really strong piece there by Clockwork. Dragon Warrior, crazy perspective stuff. Eduardo Luckman, I just like that brushwork on that tree. 8 on. I don't think I saw them much later on, but I like that. I like the industrial flair going on. Melon Lord, lovely. Overgang Dude, of course, the cadet from last year. Ringarune, one of my new favorite follow-along people. Just look at that. Multiple colors, multiple times of day. A very, very strong artist. I really came to look forward to Ringarune's art each day. Tim Morrow, great stuff. Toku 2D. Wamurya, I'm sorry, I'm butchering names. Wamurya, Zello, oh, that's colors though, and Zach Wong. So, I mean, I have to say, if I had to give it to either cadets or follow-alongs, I think for this first day, the follow-alongs absolutely killed it. There were so many good follow-alongs, and I know that took forever. And don't worry, this video is not going to be 2 hours long. Let's move on to assignment number 2. So day 2 was more of prop design or industrial design stuff. I had them do this prompt called the Battle Axe of the Timekeeper. So I like to mix things up, especially right away, try to give them environments, characters, creatures, industrial, just see where they're at. A lot of good stuff coming out of this one. Peeling Bananas was just, destroying it every day. Chetel Kim had this lovely animation. So yeah, I was feeling pretty strong about our whole batch of cadets here. Just everything's looking great. That one by Phil's beautiful. So much good stuff. And sadly, we lost Leopoldina on this first, or I should say second day after the first assignment. So Cyan went down to 7 members. And as far as the strike goes, I actually gave it to Hume on this first one. Where's that Hume one? Yeah, I felt just a little less interesting than some of the rest. And the winner of the first day was actually Beatrice. So they just did a whole collection of axes. I have a soft spot for concept art, and there were some in here that were just so good. So yeah, they know my weaknesses. Even for the follow-alongs, we had a bunch of amazing stuff. There was this one by Addy Yix, Akio, that's like a little grandfather clock, cuckoo clock type thing, by Loma, bringing the industrial stuff, Enix. I always loved Enix's stuff last year. It's still got great stuff. Ghost Dog, one of my personal favorite cadet designs. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I really like the way Ghost Dog renders everything. This one by Gray Rift. Yeah, I think I'm saying that right. I don't have a use. So many strange names. Janie had this one. We had Louis Cloud. Nice little ticking battle axe. This one by M7. This one by Micah. Toku 2D. Ren. And another one by Zello. So honestly, the follow-alongs are just, destroying things each day. There's so many good things in here. But I can't dwell on it. We just got to keep moving. We got a lot to get through. So let's go to assignment number 3. I'll be honest, I just wanted to have a bit of fun with this assignment. I wanted them to draw their team captain as a Pokemon, or more like a Pokemon inspired by their team captain. So we had, of course, Med and Steven and their respective teams trying to make a Pokemon that represents them. So we had some interesting stuff by Yumi. This art is just wonderful. Just beautiful art right there. And this one by Phil, oh, that is a perfect Med Pokemon, if I had to say so. So there was just a lot of great stuff in here. Yeah, I wish I could spend more time on every single one, but you're just going to have to squint your eyes, zoom in there, and try to get the best you can out of each one. Not a submission. So sadly, I gave the strike this time to Silver Star, so let me at least highlight that. It wasn't terrible or anything, it's just not quite as dynamic as some of the rest. And the win this time went to Phil, which I showed off a moment ago. But oof, it's such a good caricature, you know? It's got the eye bags and everything. But not to be outdone, we of course have some follow-alongs. Weirdly enough, Ahmed made a Pokemon himself of Steven, some kind of inside joke that only they know. We had this one by Alex, who I love because that's me in the middle. Look, it's Kiddix. It's okay. And look at this. I actually love this piece of art by Bean Eggnut so much that I literally saved it to my phone to use it as my phone's background, just because it's such a cute piece of art, and I love little Eggmed. I love this piece. I'm just gonna be honest. I love this piece. We have this one by Gabby Khan. That's once again, that's me. Ghost Dog, still killing it. This one was just a really great interpretation of one of Steven Zapata's designs and turning that into a Pokemon. That was by Hydra. And then a little Jeb Cosby. Jeb Cosby had a little collection of Medburbs. And this one by Kaz. Just lovely stuff. This one by Coymouth. I don't know. Everyone's designs are just so good right off the bat. Coymouth had that one. McGuicom. They had to have the... Not only do we see the return of little Sonics, the little dinosaur, but even Steven Zapata got the little baby dinosaur treatment. So, you know, spreading the love around. This one by Not a Cool Kid Like You. It's adorable pixel art. Reverie Addict had this absolutely wonderful version of Med, even including his love for waffles and his hatred of pancakes and his love of, well, all sorts of things, really. There was this one by Ronin Guts. And Sahib Draws was always out there making some really wild stuff. Sarah, this is just adorable again. I don't know what to say. I think these are all so cute and wholesome. Mostly wholesome. This one by Voland. More egg dory jokes. Omelette egg dory, I believe is the proper way to say that. This one by Weow. That is Cynix here. Zello had this. These are so good. These are like really just so good. And this one by Yev, which was done in MS Paint, which is kind of amazing. And let's just keep moving. There's so much art to see, guys. Let's go on to assignment number 4. Assignment number 4 was our first guest prompt. So our guest was Jeremy Aninos, or Aninos Art on Instagram. Hopefully you can see in those little slides. I'll just mention it now. You can see their Instagram if you want to follow them on Instagram. They're all amazing, talented, wonderful people that you probably know a bunch of them already. But yeah, big, huge thank you to all of the amazing guest artists that actually submitted a prompt for this. And I think you'll be amazed at some of the guest artists I actually have in here, because there's some heavy hitters in here. Anyway, this prompt was the Incense Messenger. And we got a lot of very, very unique takes on that, just kind of mixing around. Loving this one by Voreg. Just so much good stuff, you know? Spider Layer did an animation. It looks so good. It just looks like dancing incense, peeling bananas. Always killing it. Coffee bringing the heat on that one. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to scroll too fast, but got so much quality stuff. Just really enjoying all of these. And by the way, I forgot to mention, but this Chroma Core Discord server, it's like inactive right now. It's in sleep mode. It's in hibernation because the contest is over. But you're still more than welcome to actually go on the Discord and just look at all of these yourself. You can see them in full size. You know, you can really embrace all of them, see all the follow-alongs, and, you know, just enjoy the art. It's a huge collection of art. So sadly, I gave this strike to Hume, and that was actually their second strike. It's not a bad piece of art. It just felt a little more based on, just drawing a motorcycle and stuff than doing like an actual character design. And Voreg actually got the win for that one. So yeah, I showed that. I just like that one. Nice colors, nice forms. The follow-alongs, once again, had some fun stuff. We had Ashy Adobo with this beautiful one. Bobot, Bobot with this one, which is, once again, I like this one a lot. This reminds me of something I would want to draw. We had this one by Coconut. Traditional art. Looks so nice. Dapo, this one. And Darcia, the great little incense turning into a little figure. Like the incense itself is the messenger. Dorara, I'm butchering these names. Dorara, but great art. James Barrow. I think it's Barrow. James Barrow. Mary, I know how to say Mary. That's an easy name. Ringarune again. Just great looking art. Sahib draws. Soul Ant. Oh, that's so good. That's so good, I love the metals. Like the material rendering on the metals is just lovely. And this one by Zenith. So yeah, let's keep moving on. So let's go. Assignment 5 was brought to us by Jaw Cooper, one of the best creature, animal, kind of just lovely line artists out there. And this was Danger Hidden in Shadows. Wait, dang it, I don't know if I can show this. This one's mildly not safe. It doesn't show anything, but I'm not gonna zoom in on that one. You can go zoom in yourself. There was this one though, a continuation piece by Peeling Bananas, where we see the character from the day. I wanted to say last week, but it was literally the day before. This character from the day before coming back, and just all these amazing entries. This is where I start to really feel like a lot of the cadets were just like, okay, you know what, you guys are actually really good at stuff. This one's scary because it's a hallway. I don't want to look at that. There's a lot of scary stuff going on in these ones. I gave this strike this time to Phil. Mostly, it's not a bad piece. I just didn't feel like it really summed up the theme very well. And the winner of this one, I actually gave to Peeling Bananas again. So, just that continuation was so good. You have to remember, we've looked at 5 pieces of art by these guys. This is done every single day. So that was 5 days in a row, 5 amazing illustrations. And it's going to keep going and going and going. Let me share some quick follow-alongs. This one by Chipnix, which I find terrifying. I hate spiders. And they know I hate spiders. That's why they keep spiders. They're just going to keep trying to scare me with spiders. This one's just fun by Ethereal Cereal. It's just another spider one by Fry. This one is just more funny and more likable because it's a hidden banana peel in the darkness. That one's by Sarah, who was a cadet last year. And this one by Tim Morrow, which has nice strong Sergei Kolosov vibes. So that's great. But yeah, let's move on. Assignment number 6. So this was a straight up food prompt. I wanted them to draw a Chroma burger, or it's like a burger that would be served in the Chroma Corps cafeteria. Because Chroma Corps is like an imaginary, fictional, sci-fi academy. Kind of like Hogwarts, but for sci-fi mech pilots instead of wizards. So they had to draw this Chroma burger, and just a lot of fun, little cute stuff all around. Are you gonna load for me? No? You don't want to load there it is. It's not animating. There it goes. A little kick in his feet there. Ozan's little cadet character is so charming and cute with his big round head, his little hat. I always love seeing it. But yeah, a lot of good food art today. Just so much stuff. It's lovely. All the sprouts. I'm representing a sprout. My Chroma Corps sprout. Really strong stuff. This lovely box lunch. Oh yeah, it's so good. So good. The burglars. I gave the strike this time to Joe Arts. Just, not for... I didn't think any of them were that terrible or anything. And honestly, it's good, and I like the pickle flies. So, maybe it's a questionable judge. I don't know. It's really hard to pick the winner and loser each day. I'm just going to tell you that now. The winner for this day was actually Sabi with that little box. I just thought it fit the prompt so well of like this school cafeteria little box lunch. I just like the presentation of it. So yeah. From now on, don't worry. I'm in the order to just not waste too much time, even though we like looking at all the art. I'm just going to be sharing 3 follow-alongs from every single assignment, just so it'll be a little speedier and we can kind of get this thing on the road. So I'm just going to pick 3 that I think are good, and I'm also just going to... I'm not picking like my 3 favorite. I'm just kind of randomly selecting like 3 that stood out just when I quickly scrolled through. So we have this one by Aki-kun. Just so many interesting little ingredients in there. This one by Ringarune. Just the rendering on that. I'm a big Ringarune stan apparently. And this one, once again, now that they know I don't like spiders, it's like spiders everywhere. And that one's by Sahib Draws. So yeah, now that we've kind of ironed out all the little creases and everything, we're going to start going through this extra fast. So let's move on to the next assignment. So this assignment was given to us by Borodante, fellow YouTuber, and it's just an environment, moon-touched Earth. So any kind of, connection with the moon and Earth. Some that were more comical, like this one. And some that were more just kind of serious and interesting, or more graphic, actually. This one by Voreg really has a great vibe to it. And there's just a lot of nice stuff going on all around. For this one, personally, I think my favorite, as I scroll through these, it was the one by Beatrice. It's just... the colors and the environment itself is just really lovely. It feels very epic. The moon is just like being held up. Unfortunately, the strike went to Silver Star, which I believe was the second strike I gave them. It just lacked a little bit of the shape definition, It was kind of a little bit blobby. Didn't quite have a compositional balance of the value shapes. In terms of the follow-alongs, I do want to highlight this one by Dragon Fruit Doodles. Just lovely. This one by Nelsie Spaz, which is like a photo bash, but man, that's a really epic looking photo bash. And lastly, this one by Owen, which is also just extremely epic. This little Zelda looking stuff going on. So those are great. And let's move on. This assignment comes from my good friend Jet of the Jetty Jet Show, and he suggested deep sea exploration, so I thought it'd be nice. Every person gets to design some deep sea equipment for their cadet. So, you'll get to see people's cadets in a different kind of outfit with some deep sea stuff going on. And I think that's a lot of fun to see, personally. I like doing alternate costumes, especially when it's like something crazy like this. For your character. I don't know. Humei's going a little wild with his. But I've come to respect that. Phil, great design on this costuming. It's kind of got that Bioshock vibe. But just really good. And Spider Lair, with their crazy cadet, still managed to make a really awesome idea for like a wetsuit for them. These are just great stuff all around. The loser, the strike today went to Yao Yi, and it wasn't bad, to be honest. It looks pretty good. It just had a couple awkward kind of shape dynamics going on, but honestly, it's pretty good looking. And of course, the winner, I guess I was not being very decisive at the time because I just gave it to both Div and Phil. So where's Div's? Yeah, we saw Div's, and yeah, we did see Phil's. So yeah, those were my winners. For the follow-alongs, I really, really love this one by Bioloma. Just the big old robotic aquatic legs. And this one is just so cute by Clockwork Fish. I know it's just kind of a funny little photo bash, but it's so adorable. And this one by Overgang Dude is just beautiful. I just love this one, to be honest. Really good piece. So yeah, let's keep going. Assignment number 9 was, of course, Bobby Chew and his Kangaroonicorn. So a very Bobby Chew-esque prompt, and I appreciate that. So lots of good stuff going on in here. Oof, this you got such a good mix of different styles, different types of artists. Whatever Yume's going for. Just lots of good stuff going on. So, oops, I don't want to go too fast. Because I'm trying to get the right level of speed in my scrolling and everything, just so you can look. I gave the strike this time to Voreg. Let me just go point it out real fast. I don't hate it, or it just didn't feel like a kangaroo, I guess is the main thing. I didn't get the prompt from it. Whereas the rest of them seemed like they delivered a bit better. And man, I was really being indecisive because I gave the victory to just everyone on red team. For the follow-alongs, I liked this one a lot by Chipnix. Felt very realistic, just nice patterning. This one by Enix, and this one by, once again, Ghost Dog. So yeah, great stuff there, and we'll keep going. Yes, assignment number 10 is from fellow YouTuber Ergo Josh. And that was Ezra the Dancing Magician. So a lot of different dancing kind of magician-y people. This one's really good, to be honest. I like that one a lot. I thought that was just a really strong read of the design and everything. Hume is going like full comedy route every single time. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff mixed in here. Little breakdancing one by Div, and yeah, just a lot of good stuff. Amazingly, I gave the strike yet again to Voreg. I think it's had 2 days in a row. Man, what a jerk. Which, it's fine. I think my main issue was just that the pose just felt a little awkward. And that's it. Do they feel like a dancer? That was my main issue. Just that it didn't feel like it fully encapsulated the theme. My favorite was actually DeHaaf's. This one right down here. Just really strong shapes, really strong, confident lines, and I love to see that. For the follow-alongs, we did have returning champion from last year, Nikiti-san, do a nice little piece here. So yeah, Nikiti-san, if you don't know, last year the winners were technically a collab between Nikiti-san and Weow. So they were nice enough to stick around, just kind of, be hanging out here and there throughout this year. But yeah, they're still amazing artists. So Nikiti-san did that. I had this one by Zello, saved that. And this one by Yev, which is also just, MS Paint stuff, really good. And one thing I haven't really been touching on, but man, there are a lot of good animators who do just animation stuff each day. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that. This one was by Jeb Cosby. And I just love all the animation stuff. There's so many just talented animators out there. But yeah, let's move on. Assignment 11 is becoming one of my favorite types of assignments each year because it's a graffiti style challenge. And I just think that's a great way to mix things up. So yeah, a lot of people might struggle a bit with the graffiti stuff. We did say some amazing ones though. This is just killing it. This is so good. Bananas. Spider Layer did a great one, and there's just a lot of nice looking pieces going on in here. This one by Beatrice. Really, really strong stuff. So unfortunately, the strike went to Div this time. It just felt a little safe in the lettering and everything, and a little boring in my opinion. I do like the graphic design on this part, but I mean the challenge was mostly in like the lettering and making it cool. So yeah, sadly they got the strike that time. And yeah, no surprise to me, the winner was just this amazing piece by Bananas. Just lovely stuff. When it comes to the follow-alongs, also some great stuff. This one by Basil, they actually used my YouTube page to put their tag up over it, which was, I thought, a brilliant little touch. And then, of course, we had this one by Janie. Just looks fun and nice. And this one by Joycey, just tagging up a lot. It looks so real. Little grumpy, mad Joyce. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, let's go on. Assignment number 12. Back to guest prompts. This one is, of course, by Sam Does Arts, someone you might have seen recently on YouTube because they're blowing up. You've probably followed them on Instagram already. And they gave us the prompt of The Way Home, a very narrative, illustrative prompt. So yeah, there's some nice, just kind of lovely scenic pieces here. A lot of people traveling home after long journeys. And then, just some stuff like this, which is delightful. Once again, Hume. It's a continuation from his underwater adventures. But yeah, it's just really nice stuff all around. Coffee went with this very almost berserk Kentaro Miura style thing. Feels look great, to be honest. It's like a proper painting study. Yeah, it's just a lot of good stuff here. Oof, look at that sea turtle. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Sadly, you might have noticed someone was missing if you were very keen on your eyes. And this, in my opinion, one of my favorite competitors, Peeling Bananas, had to drop out this day. They just got too busy and they couldn't keep going. So I loved everything they did. They left on a win, and sadly they had to drop out. So that took one person away from Red Team. Yeah. So now it's down to just those 14 now, 7 and 7. I gave the strike this time to Coffee. Why did I do that? No. It wasn't bad. It did have a couple shape issues. I think the main thing was that it just didn't read as a prompt. I didn't see this as the concept of The Way Home. It felt like, they were home, or maybe they were just, doing this thing, but it didn't feel like the resonance of the theme like all the other ones did. The other ones kind of felt a little more like the theme. And the winner this time was Chetel Kim. So let me just go back to that. Just a lovely piece. I just like it. It's just a strong, simple vibe. And it just reads nicely to me. In terms of the follow-alongs, we have this one by Dexty. That was just lovely cloud stuff. This one by Ethereal Serial, fully animated rain. Gotta love that. And this one by Zello, which is just wild looking. Yeah. Yeah, let's keep going. No, your eyes do not deceive you. This prompt was indeed brought to you by the legendary Scott Robertson. He wanted us to do a future pilot's helmet inspired by Knights of the Past. So once again, thank you so much for Scott Robertson actually giving a prompt and participating in this, my little dumb contest. A lot of really cool looking helmets came out of this. This one by Ozan was great. Just a lot of fun stuff. Even Hume's, really love the look of all of those. Sabi's had some nice little inlaid etching filigree type things. Yeah, oof, that rendering by Phil. It suffers from a couple design mishaps, but it's lovely pieces all around. Sadly, I gave the strike to Joe Arts on this one. They didn't have time to actually do a full thing, so, I have just some sketches. They look fun, but when everyone else does a finished thing, you gotta give the strike to the person with the sketches. And the winner was Ozan, back at the top. Yeah, so great stuff by Ozan. In terms of follow-alongs, I love some of the follow-alongs. We had this one by Aolo, and I just like the general design of that. It feels very fun. I could see it like in a game or movie or something. This one by Normal Person Carl kind of looks like an old Apple computer. What were those called? iMacs? Was that an iMac? I think it was an iMac. And this one by Roducci, let's say Roducci, which just has a great texture and great feel to it. I love those muted colors, and it really does feel like both a Knight's helmet and a future pilot's helmet. So great job on those. Yeah, let's keep going. The wonderful Zach Retz gave us this prompt for an environment called The Forest of Cats. I love cats. So a lot of forests, really nice, happy looking pieces, lovely cats going everywhere. This one's a little not as happy and friendly. But lots of fun, cute stuff. Some of these color palettes are just delightful. Just all around. I really enjoy a lot of this like Ghibli-esque, nature-y little shrines and statues. Oof, this one, so good. So good. Yeah, just lovely pieces all around. I think, sadly, this strike went to Silver Star, which was their third strike. In case you don't know, Silver Star was the youngest of the cadets coming in at just 15 years old. Their piece just didn't quite have the same environmental depth. They're really good at characters and like kind of creature forms. They just haven't done environments before. In fact, before this competition, they hadn't done any environments. So this competition was actually their first week ever doing environments. So a really strong artist to look out for is Silver Star. Definitely, give them a follow on Instagram. And the winner of this time was Phil. Like, I can't deny how great this piece is. I just love it. In terms of follow-alongs, I have this one by Beth Gilbert, just a lovely rendering of a very pretty cat. This one by Owen, just a very unique concept there. And this style by QTN, also just really good colors. I just like that one a lot. Great graphic read on that. But yeah, let's keep the train going. Assignment 15 comes from Scott Flanders, Shape Carver. You might have seen some of his stuff on the Proco channel. He also has his own channel. Just good stuff all around. He actually asked his son to come up with a prompt, and his son came up with Colossal Kaiju Karate Fighter. So that's great. I love it. I love the kind of just fun, childlike energy that brings to things. So yeah, lots of great stuff going on all throughout here. Just really enjoying some of these weird giant kaijus doing their karate fighting. We had a little team up with Hume and Yao Yi, just bringing out this full-on Street Fighter. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on. This one's adorable. I love this one. Yeah. Just great. I believe the winner this time was Chetelcam with this one. The depth, the size, the scale, just the composition, really enjoyed that. Phil's was also really good, so was to have. The strike this time went to Sabi, and it's not a bad piece. It just didn't feel like a giant kaiju karate monster as much as some of the other ones did. I don't think I would have guessed the prompt from looking at it. And that's kind of what I go by. I'm like, would I have guessed what the prompt is when I look at the art? And if not, then I feel like it might have missed the theme just a little bit. For the follow-alongs, I had this lovely piece by Dragon Warrior. Lovely little color, good color control going on there. This one by Louis Cloud. Just very actiony, kind of kickboxer style. And speaking of kickboxer style, this one by Roly Poly, crustacean kickboxing, seems to be pretty popular. So that's all good stuff. Anyway, let's go. Assignment number 16 is next. Yep, it's our friend Marco Bucci, and the prompt is the swordsman in the sky. So yeah, a lot of just sword wielding characters up in the air. That's a really strong graphic read on that one by Joe Arts. And just a lot of fun little pieces thrown in here. Oof, this one by Coffee, really good. Just love that. Love the perspective, love the depth, like the composition, just great stuff all around. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I gave the strike to Spider Layer this time, which was up here a little bit. Once again, it's mostly just an awkwardness in the posing and, some of the perspective on the, just the general design of it. Feels like it could be a little stronger. But the win this time did go to Coffee, because I really do like this piece a lot. Really strong stuff by Coffee, so great job on that one. The follow-alongs had some delightful things. This was by Aldessari, just a giant, big old swordsman who was technically up in the sky. This one by James Barrow. I told them, like, just change the wings just a little bit, but the armor on that is wild. It's really good. And this one by Orpheus, just like the energy and the style of that one. So yeah, assignment number 17. Now the prompt on this day was of course from Rake, and it was Deadly Curves to Heaven. So you might imagine there's a lot of like associations with Rake and what Deadly Curves might mean. So yeah, we had some interesting entries, to say the least. That I don't even know if we're allowed to show weird stuff like that. And just so many different ways to interpret things. This is a really lovely piece by Voreg. Man, this piece by Spider Layer also just lovely piece. And yeah, just a lot of good stuff mixed around. Like this little animation, a little wiggling worm. That's the Deadly Curve. Deadly Curves to Heaven. So a lot of clever stuff going on in there, and I like that. So many spoilers, I guess, for blood and gore, maybe. My personal favorite, I will say, was the one by... Wait, where did I say it? Did I say it? Where did I say my favorite? Oh, there it is. Chattel Cam. I was like, so lost. By the way, I was super just sick that day, so my messages are just a mess from then. Luckily, Rake was there to try to help me get through my little stream. The strike went to Hume, and I know, it's funny and it's amusing, but it's still just a funny sketch compared to all the paintings. And sadly, this was the day Hume got knocked out. So that was Hume's third strike, which is hard to believe that he would go out early, but definitely be sure to check them out. For the follow-alongs, I had this lovely piece by Boo. Boo's, once again, just a cool person who was hanging out there a lot. This one by Zello. So many by Zello. And this wild one by Yellock that I just think is super interesting to look at. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Anyway, this prompt was just a prompt I had to think up because we didn't have many industrial design things. So it's a mecha inspired by biblically accurate angels. You know, the wild things with eyes everywhere and, you know, all the crazy stuff. So a lot of fun little mech entries. I love mechs. Some by Ozan, some really strange out there stuff by Joe Arts. Yeah, it's still a lot of unique entries. They're a lot of fun. I like this one I just like this weird color choices and kind of presentation by Phil, to be honest. Yeah, this one was nice too. You know, I like that one. Div, yeah. So a lot of good stuff mixed in there. I gave the strike to Spider Lair. I get what they're going for. It's just the presentation angle. The angle's a little bit too shallow, so it didn't really sell the depth very well. But my favorite did go to Phil. So yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. For the follow-alongs, this one by Ashy Adobo is beautiful in my opinion. And then we have this more interesting one by J. Polly and this one by Kohime. Yeah, those are all fun stuff. So let's go. Assignment number 19. Yes, once again, a fellow YouTuber. We got Ross Jaws in here with his prompt for An Ocean of Flowers. So a lot of just very pleasant, happy, scenic pieces. Oof. This one by Beatrice is absolutely lovely. Just great colors all around. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. Lots of amusing things. Coffee only did some sketch thumbnails. Sabi had some great colors. Just a lot of nice stuff. Some weird animation things by Spider Lair. And this one by Chattel Kim with the whale in the boat going through the sea of flowers. Oh, so good. To have those colors. Amazing. And even Joe Art's got this traditional one going. I gave the strike, sadly, to Coffee, and this was their third strike, so we lost another one down to 11. And concept-wise, yeah, Chettle Kim, it could have gone a couple different ways, but honestly, this look of this one by Chettle Kim was just so strong, you know? It just looks so good. So I had to give them the win. We had some great follow-alongs, like Reverie Addict had that one. The Sad Frog. I actually really like a lot of the Sad Frogs and like follow-along stuff. Just kind of nice, good vibes. This one by Vagabond. And a special present, a returning cadet champion, Weow, made this piece, which is a lovely piece. It's got little ants. The little ants are going through their sea with their flower boats, and yeah, it's a nice little interpretation, and I like it a lot. Really nice stuff by Weow. That's why Weow is one of the champions as well. All right. Anyway, let's go on. We're at number 20. Wow, who is that beautiful girl? It's my cat Sochi. Yes, my cat Sochi had a prompt. I love my cat Sochi. The prompt was just an abstract art prompt, so you don't have to worry too much about it, but it's inverse Euclidean spectrum. So it's just a chance to go wild with abstract art, just make some craziness, try to make it look appealing using, you know, design theory, whatever you want to try. I honestly, I love abstract art prompts, and I love seeing, you know, people that regularly do concept art try to do abstract art. I think the results are usually just kind of lovely. I don't know. I like them a lot, to be honest. This one by Phil, oof, I would hang that on my wall in a heartbeat. That's a great poster. I would put that anywhere. A lot of good, simple stuff by Chettle Kim and Sabi. Yeah, just all over the place. All kinds of different experimentations in here. And I love it. I'm all about the abstract art prompts, to be honest. I just can't get enough of them. I gave the strike this time to DeHalf. It just looked a little more flat and a little, in my opinion, a little less interesting and engaging than the rest. And the winner was definitely this one by Phil. Like I said, hit me up, Phil. I want a poster. Put it on my wall. It's just a really nice piece. Throw some like gold foil on there somewhere, and then you could sell it for a bunch of money at conventions and stuff. A little touch of gold foil. The follow-alongs also have some crazy stuff. This one by Bobo Lip, who did my favorite abstract stuff last year too. Love that one. This one by Boone is really nice. And I have to say, my favorite one, maybe out of everyone, maybe better than Phil's, is this one by Boo. I don't know, it's up there with Phil's. I just find it super engaging and interesting to look at. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy. It just kind of wraps your attention. I would totally have this as a poster as well. It's just lovely looking. So amazing stuff all around. And yes, we finally made it through the first 20. We're over the halfway part. I'll tell you that much. We've made it past halfway, and I'm probably gonna need to take a break and film the rest later. But I will tell you this: our next prompt is from a special guest, and that is Sue Lee. Sue Lee is an amazing musician on YouTube and just everywhere. But I had the privilege of becoming friends with Sue over the past year. And I've just really enjoyed hanging out and talking to Sue. And they came to America during Chroma Core because they live in Korea. And I was lucky enough to have them come over to my house and hang out for a bit. So I'm just gonna, while we take an intermission, enjoy some random chaos on the stream I did with Sue Lee.
Hello everyone! It's me, the Butter Girl.
How dare you? I'm definitely never inviting you back here, so you know. Give me that. Oh, you read the chat for a bit.
This is the only chord I know. This is the only chord I know. But please.
Sounds like a Radiohead song.
Yeah. Man, that was a good show.
That was a good show.
Sorry guys, I actually am sorry that you had to listen to that just now. That was really bad.
Don't worry, I'll save it.
Now you're making me look bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay. I'm really good at guitar.
He's really good at guitar.
I'm really good at guitar.
He's really good at guitar.
I'm really good at... Oh, wait.
And I suck. I don't know who to ask. Even Mr. Google's like, bruh, you get to figure this out on your own. On my own. On your own. Never really alone. All alone. I'm alone. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing it right, doing it wrong. Is there something wrong with this way I'm moving on? What's going on? Are you alright? I said fine, but I'm dead in real life, so I guess I'll just dance. I'll just dance. So I guess biting fingernails until a blood comes out. It's a habit that I can't find. Maybe I'm even worse than all of his reputations combined. Yeah, I'm not the best at knowing myself. I'm loving the pain and I don't know why. Yeah, and I don't know why. Maybe I don't really mind. Yeah, I don't really mind. Maybe I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel alive. Maybe they'll say, oh my, think I never seen you so wild. I'm in love with this pain and I don't know why.
Just let you know.
And I don't know why. Maybe I don't really mind, yeah. I don't really mind, yeah. It's in a high key.
Well, it doesn't have to
You can sing it in a lower, yeah. I'm in love with this place and I don't know why, yeah. And I don't know why, maybe I don't really mind, yeah. I don't really mind, yeah. Feel high, that's what it's like to be alive. Maybe we will say, oh my, think I've never seen you so wild. I'm in love with this pain and I don't know why, yeah. Bum bum and I don't know why, maybe I don't really mind, yeah. I don't really mind, yeah. Bye.
You're in my camera. I'm. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
All right, I have taken a nice long break and I am ready to continue. So let's get back into assignment 21. This was, of course, the Sully assignment, and the prompt was Jimmy, the cutest ghost in the world. So lots of adorable little ghosts here by our cadets, you know, just lovely stuff. All these ones, very, very wholesome, happy things happening. Even this one, which I gotta mute it, but yeah, lots of booty shaking. There we go. Shake that booty. All kinds of great stuff. So I enjoyed this prompt a lot. It was a lot of fun to see people just go extra cute with all of their entries. And yeah, this one's extra creepy though. We had some mix of creepy, some cute. It was really fun. Unfortunately, I did give the strike to Joe Arts. This was actually their last strike. So, man, as we get further along, it just gets rougher and rougher because people are just getting knocked out all the time. This wasn't a bad piece. I like it as a creature design. The main thing it was missing is it just wasn't quite as cute or necessarily ghost-like as some of the others. So, you know, I'm not sure if I would have read this as like the cutest ghost. It looks kind of like a different type of creature almost, but it is a good design. So sadly we lost Joe Arts. The winner was Div. I don't know if you guys noticed this one, but this one's first of all adorable at first glance, but then you see how it trails off into this darker, spookier realm, and there's a lot of sinister stuff going on there, but the lighting is just beautiful, and Div really does amazing things with color and light. We had some great follow-alongs. This little dancing little stinker by Cethellarin. We also had this one by Dexty, which is also just really cute. I enjoy that a lot. And this one by Exynos, which is just beautiful colors, a daytime ghost. But yeah, let's move on. Assignment 22. So this was a prompt from Mark Brunet, aka Blueflay or Cube Brush. A lot of different names, but you might know him through YouTube, but definitely another solid YouTube channel for art. And yeah, it was Seafood Gang Leader. So there's a lot of good subtlety going on in this one that I definitely appreciate. But yeah, some interesting entries for sure. Lots of prawns and shrimps and crabs and stuff. This one by Beatrice, I just love the interior lining of this jacket, that kind of fishbone, fish fillet thing. And this weapon is so good, so pretty. So that one was amazing. There's a lot of interesting, good stuff going on all around. This one by DeHalf, oof. I just love these giant glasses. And just the overall character is delightful. And this lobster hair pompadour. I gave the strike this time to Chettlekim, actually. And not that it was bad. There were so many good entries. This one, I think its main issue was mostly just in the silhouette read on the character was a little bit rough. But for the winner, I did go with that one by Beatrice. I couldn't resist the appeal of this jacket design. But when it comes to the follow-alongs, we definitely had some amazing entries. I'm going to highlight this one by Adrienne. It just has a great attitude and it's a fun style. This one by Cornelius, a throwback to some old, Yakuza-looking classic Japanese art, that famous old Japanese tattoo. And this one by Darcia, which just kind of a nice character cat. Maybe doesn't sell the whole like gang leader part as much. They look more like just a gang member, but nonetheless, I like some of the shapes and fun design stuff going on in there. But anyway, let's move on to the next assignment. So yeah, this one comes from Modern Day James, another great YouTube person, and the prompt was a shiitake tavern. So like the mushroom, shiitake mushroom. So we got a lot of just cool mushroom environments, cool building designs, good just environment pieces. This one by Ozan is looking nice as usual. Ozan's always been pretty solid throughout all of these. We have a lot of different mushroom cakes, different mushroom styles. All kinds of good ones just mixed in here. Voreg brought back the incense messenger from, I don't know, way back in week 4, was it? It's been I keep saying week because it seems like this epic amount of time. I meant day 4. I'll have you know, this is assignment 23. That means there's been over 3 weeks by this point of daily illustrations. I think the sheer amount of work required to do a daily finished illustration, it's intense and it builds up. They kind of get used to it, but it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Yeah, these are really good stuff. Chetel Kim bouncing back with that one. Div didn't get to finish this one, but it looks so nice in the line art. And yeah, just good stuff. I did give the strike to Div just because they didn't finish. I don't think this would wind up being anywhere near the bottom. But when everyone's doing like full color and everything, and you only have a chance to do a sketch, yeah, I just gave the strike to Div. And Voreg, as I highlighted earlier, I gave the win to this one because I just think it's beautiful. It's good building design, just good overall piece. In terms of the follow-alongs, I had this one by Frost. That's just kind of a lovely, nice interior shot. This one by Not a Cool Kitty because it's like 1-bit pixel art, and I just respect that. I love pixel art stuff so much, and I just thought this was a great one. Looks like it's ready to go. Throw it on a Game Boy or something. We're good. And this one by Owen. Yeah, this one's probably one of the most epic ones. Just the grand scale and idea going on in here. This outdoor mushroom tavern kind of city vibe. But yeah, we'll keep moving on. So assignment 24. Your eyes have not deceived you. The prompt is actually Squidward's nose. Probably the weirdest prompt, maybe. You'll see. But this one came from Ditus, another YouTube pal. He does a great YouTube Storytime channel. And he contributed one of the weirdest prompts last year, so I brought him back again this time to bring us another just weird prompt. And I was worried about this one, but honestly, the results of this are some of my favorite stuff. It was super weird, but also one of the best assignments of the whole thing. So Ozan had this had this one right here, just a giant Squidward. Yeah, I don't even want to get into all the details, but yeah, we have the nice little illustration going on there. Voreg went just extra big on the nose and gave it some knight armor. All kinds. We had some scary ones here. We had some just fun, charming ones. We had just a little bit of everything. This one's just style-based, like clothing design or just character design based entirely on Squidward's nose. Yeah, lots of fun, unique stuff. Ooh, this full-on illustration. Great. So I gave the strike this time to Spider, and unfortunately, that was their third strike. So yeah, I knocked out another one. I knocked out Spider this time. I just felt like in terms of the costume design, it was fine. It's a fine way to take it, but I don't think I would have like necessarily guessed the prompt too much from this one. I had kind of a similar problem with Phil's in terms of the prompt being a little too vague, so I decided to give the strike to Spider, but Spider really did a lot of great stuff all throughout this, and, previous year as well. I gave the win to Ozan. You might see that and just be impressed with that. It's just good. It's just a good art piece. And speaking of good art pieces, the follow-alongs were wild to say the least. Here's one by Chipnix. That is a super intense looking Squidward design. We had a couple different ones. This one by Dexty. That's honestly, this would make like a great poster. I could totally see people putting this up on their wall. You got the little SpongeBob down there in silhouette. It looks like a movie poster ready to go for like a new SpongeBob movie. And this one by Fry, which is a little similar to that one I showed by Ozan, but takes it in a different place. And I just like the expression and the little, tropical island vibe going on there. So great stuff all around. And yeah, sadly, the weirdness doesn't stop here because we got to go to the next prompt. Look, I'll be entirely clear. I give the option for a lot of different artists to give a prompt, and I say you can do whatever prompt you like. I will run with it. Just give me the prompt you want to see. And I was not, I'll be honest, I was not expecting this one. So Ethan Becker, another great YouTuber, he gave me the prompt of sexy Ethan and Cynics. And I was kind of dreading this one the entire time because it's kind of embarrassing. I don't know how to describe it. I was squirming and like, oh God, I don't even know where to put this prompt. It's gonna feel awkward, and it was awkward. It was so awkward. We have all sorts of entries, just interesting ones that I don't necessarily feel comfortable highlighting too much of. Oh yeah, we'll just keep going. Oh, this one's wholesome enough, right? Yeah, it's got a little Sochi there. Got Dong. And look, this one, kind of classic statuesque style. And this one by Div, honestly, is so adorable. This one, I feel like, represents this prompt kind of the best. I don't know. I think I should have given the win to Div. I was kind of torn between Div and DeHaaf. I gave it to DeHaaf, but it could have gone either way. They're both on the same team, so it's not like it matters too much. The strike, unfortunately, also could have gone a lot of different ways. I gave it to Ozan, mostly just because his felt a little quicker, a little simpler. It does look nice stylistically, but presentation, it wasn't as like crisp and nice as a lot of the other presentations. So that's why I gave it to them. I'll be honest, the follow-alongs were spicy. I don't feel comfortable showing most of the follow-alongs. I'll tell you that. I found the 3 most wholesome ones I could, and I'm going to share those ones. So here are some wholesome interpretations. We have this one by Chipnix. That's nice. It's just me and Ethan on the beach, got the little cutout thing. It's pretty easy. We have this one by Jeb Cosby, which I just appreciate for its accurate scale. If you don't know, this is pretty close to the accurate scale height of me and Ethan. He is quite small, quite small. And this one by Starship, which actually just makes this look like cool action heroes or something. I just think that looks cool. So thank you so much for bringing some wholesomeness to this otherwise fully degenerate prompt. And you will never see me reference or make mention of any of the other stuff that was done for this prompt. So let's move right along. I feel so lucky to get a prompt from Wesley Bird. If you don't know, or you never watched my 10 inspirational artists video or whatever, Wesley Bird is absolutely one of my most inspirational, influential artists that affected my career. I absolutely love his art, everything he does. His sketchbooks are amazing, and he really was a huge part of me wanting to be an artist. So I was lucky enough to get a prompt from him. He gave me Griffin's Watering Hole. Sounds fun. Little environment action. Had all kinds of good ones for this one. Yeah, that one. Ozan, always solid. Yao Yi, killing it. This one by Sabi's a little weird with some of the compositional elements, but yeah, there's some great stuff going on. I love this one. This one's just adorable. Obviously, we're taking it in a different direction, and just all kinds of good stuff mixed in here. Phil's was great. Yeah, nice. Very, very strong Mobius vibes on that one. And the halves looks great as well. Could have used a little more rendering or lighting on the cage, but you know, whatever. I gave the strike this time to Sabi. It was, once again, just had some slight compositional issues. All the lights are in one area, all the darks are kind of in this border. Would have liked to see more back and forth. And the win, yeah, I gave it to Chao Kim. It's just adorable. I like these little tiny griffins with their little tiny things. The lighting and the execution on this is so good. For the follow-alongs, I did have this one by Mag. It's just kind of pretty. I think the greens are maybe a little bit too green, if that makes sense. Not enough hue shifting in the greens. But, you know, that's me. I just have a strong urge to criticize the color green. This one's also kind of in the same vein as Chao Kim's. I just think these are super adorable. This was by Momich. And this one by Pythias? Yeah. Just a nice little piece. I just like the creature drawing in this one, the animal art. You know, it just has a nice anatomy, nice gesture, good stuff in the actual creatures. So, great. Yeah, let's move on. Yes, that's right. We got our old pal Psychra in here. He's still making awesome stuff and doing cool things. He's a little more silent on social media, but I love Psychra so much. So he gave us the prompt of Demi-Human Doctor, and there are a lot of nice entries for this one as well. So just all around great stuff, great little doctors, all these demi-humans. This one's just adorable. All this good stuff mixed in. We're running low on people, so it doesn't take as long to scroll through all these. But nonetheless, I gave the strike this time to Phil. I like that syringe, but at this stage, everyone's getting a little more dynamic with their character designs and their poses. So I felt like that one was playing it a little too safe. The win this time went to Beatrice. So, yeah, as I said, this is just a really stylistic one. And more than that, I picked this one because it felt like the one that Psychra would enjoy the most. It just has a very strong kind of graphic read to it, and it felt like something Psychra would like. Other than that, we do have some good follow-alongs. This one by Alex, this Bird Doctor. Oof, I love that head shape and everything. It's really good character design. This one by Ants is also really good. I love the style of that. And finally, this one by Frost. So really, really strong follow-along stuff, and those were great. But yeah, let's keep it going. All right, for this one, I brought back our two previous Chroma Core winners, Nikiti-san and Weeyao, to combine both of their prompts, unbeknownst to them, into a single prompt of the legendary Polar Kitty versus the Uncanny One. So it's like this action-y scene between two different creature designs, and I thought that would be a great way to honor both Weeyao and Nikiti. A lot of interesting looking art pieces in here. Oh, this one by Yao Yi's actually really good. I like that one a lot. Chettle Kim with the strong composition, strong shape designs. Beatrice also looking really good there. And Div, once again, Div is like the master of color and lighting. So yeah, good stuff all around. Sadly, much to everyone's pain and sadness, I got rid of Sabi on this one. I gave Sabi the strike, and that was their third strike. I don't hate this piece. It's just everyone was doing such interesting stuff, and I thought there were a couple elements, mainly in this creature here, that could have just been a little better. So we lost Sabby on this day. It's too bad. But the winner, I don't even remember where I announced it. Everyone was just no, everyone's freaking out. Anyway, the win went to Cheokim. Yeah, this one right here. I thought so. Got the Aurora Borealis in there, so can't fight that. For the follow-alongs, we have this one by Bobo Lip, which is adorable. And this little playing card by Darcia. And this one by Ronin Cuts. Just nice, simple, effective colors, simple, effective designs. I respect that. I appreciate that. So we'll move along now to the next one. Also, I forgot to mention that last prompt was the last of my guest prompts. Sadly, the rest are all coming from me, but nonetheless, this is a four-wheeled off-road street sweeper in the industrial design category. Savi's not still in it, but they posted one regardless. And then just a bunch of different designs in here. I know it's very nonsensical. There's no reason to have an off-road street sweeper, but it felt like such a fun idea. By the way, wheels are everything. When it comes to vehicles, woof, you gotta spend the time on the wheels, and these wheels look amazing. Now, unfortunately, this door looks a little wonky with some of these cut lines, but that's fine. The wheels are great. We have this one by Yao Yi. And just a bunch of different good designs going on in here. So I enjoyed it. It's a little bit weird. The strike this time went to DeHalf. It's a little wonky in my opinion. It looks a little bit too much like the Simpsons mobile. So the Homer mobile, I guess, is the proper. It doesn't matter. The win this time, I was torn between Phil and Yao Yi. And just because of that horrible choice, I'm just calling Phil out so much for this little window choice right here. I gave the win to Yao Yi. I just thought it was super fun, energetic, and it felt like a nice little off-road street sweeper, so it's a good one. In terms of the follow-alongs, we had this one by Bobot. Looks pretty just functional and sci-fi-ish. And this one by Brandt. Everyone was still bullying me for getting rid of Sabi, so it's the ghost of Sabi come back to, I guess, run me over. And this one by Elodin, which, I don't know, it's just a fun, weird animation, so I wanted to share it. Yeah, those are good, though. Let's move on to the next one. Since everyone was just hating me so much for getting rid of Sabi, I decided to bring in the wholesomeness. And I wanted everyone to do a portrait of a fellow cadet. This wound up being one of my absolute favorite prompts of the whole thing, just because of how wholesome and how fun it was and how excited everyone was to draw everyone else's character. So it's basically just a big love fest of fan art for everyone's stuff. And it looked great. To be honest, I enjoyed these so much, just seeing all of these different designs reinterpreted by different people. It's so great. So great. So many people drew multiple ones, and they're just so good. Look at that one. It's beautiful. Beautiful portrait by Voreg there. And this one, oh, that's great. Who was that by again? Let's scroll up. Cheokim, okay. Yeah, people were free to draw any cadet they wanted from this year, so there's all kinds of good stuff in here. Beatrice drew Yao Yi's character. Yao Yi drew DeHalf's character. Div drew Coffee's character. I love this one. This one's so pretty. And DeHalf drew Div's character. Now, so much good stuff in here. I actually gave the strike to Ozan. Not that it was bad or anything. It just felt like a little more awkward with some of the character stuff than a couple of the other ones did. It felt like it missed a couple of the subtle little marks of the character. My favorite one this time was this one by Div. It's just so pretty with its colors. So good. There were absolutely tons of amazing follow-alongs, as you might imagine for this prompt, but I'm still just going to share 3 of them. So I have this one by Al Deseri, making some art for Elodin. this one by Fudge Cake Devil, doing some Chettle Kim stuff. And then there was this one by Jeb Cosby, who was just doing a bunch of the cadets, most of the cadets actually. And some of these are so cute. Is this all of the cadets? Let me see. Well, yeah, actually, I think it is all of the cadets. But that is just really good looking stuff. So great job to all the follow-alongs on that one. But we're going to keep moving on. Sticking with my dumb prompts, this is an environment prompt, and I decided to try to imagine this planet called Scorion that has these humanoid inhabitants that just love the heat and lava and stuff, and that's like considered the ultimate status symbol. So they all want to live next to these extravagant, even man-made lava flows and volcanic things. So that's the theme. It's an extravagant lava flow suburbs. We got this one by Ozan, looking good. It's a good chance to really bust out some nice color stuff. There's that one by Phil, this one by Chettle Kim. Some people, you can see the difference. Some people have this more pastel-like feature. All the people on red team, and then you get some blue team stuff, and they're more darker, higher contrast. But anyway, yeah, a lot of interesting things came out of that. I love this one by Yaoi. Just felt like the most like a extravagant kind of fancy suburb that's kind of in the futuristic realm. Sadly, I gave the strike this time to Div, which that was his last strike. I know Div was one of our favorite people. Div was so good, but I just felt like this really was the weakest piece of this batch. So this one hurt a lot because I honestly thought Div might be, high potential to win everything, but I just felt like that was a little bit weaker than a lot of the other entries this time. So sadly, we lost Div on this one. The win this time went to Yaoi, actually. And I just like it. I think it looks great. It's a great concept art piece. For the follow-alongs, we had this one by Bool, which is just, it really encapsulates suburban life because it's just sitting inside staring at a screen while you have this beautiful lava flow suburbs on the outside. And this one by James Barrow is probably one of my favorites of this whole set, this whole prompt. It's really good piece, really captured this artificial man-made volcanic atmosphere and just all that good stuff. And this one by Owen also does an amazing job. You got this tiered system with all this lava stuff. It might be a little hard to see it's lava, but I think this is a really strong piece as well. But yeah, let's keep going. Prompt number 32 was another weird one because I was kind of running out of ideas. But it is a Gaussian assault rifle made from artisanal wood and stone. So I just thought it'd be nice to mix up, something futuristic with some classical elements and construction stuff. So we only have, let me just count real fast. We only have 7 people left at this point. So it's getting pretty down to the wire. And a lot of them have multiple strikes. So it's definitely getting close to the end. So no worries. But yeah, some good stuff going on here. Oof, this one's a beauty. A beauty by Phil. Just great, subtle detailing. And it looks like a Gaussian gun because you can see the little magnetic coil in there. It feels pretty nice. And there were all kinds of good entries going on in here. A couple had minor issues with different things in the way things flowed, mostly in the ergonomics and in the functionality. Yaoi, while this design aesthetic actually is really nice, this is a very awkward handle and the trigger is reversed. So it's kind of a reverse gun thing going on there. And sadly, I had to give the strike to Yaoi on that one, just kind of because of that. It's kind of a weird oversight. I don't think it's my least favorite in terms of like aesthetics, but it just functionality is just kind of strange. Anyway, the win this time did go to Phil with this one, so no big surprise there. In terms of the follow-alongs, we had this one by Ashi Udobo. Pretty strong looking, pretty straightforward. This might be my favorite one out of all of them though, and this was by Biloma. Just just a really good looking industrial design piece. Biloma is really good. If anyone's looking for a industrial design person, Biloma is probably a good candidate for that. This one by Cohen Comer, it also looks great. So fun stuff there. Anyway, let's move on to the next assignment. Alright, you're probably super confused by now, or if you've been following the contest, you're probably wondering, hey, why haven't you mentioned Penjamin yet? Penjamin is such an important part of Chroma Core 2021. Well, I was kind of saving it up till now, because now I can give the full explanation of who or what Penjamin is. Put simply, Penjamin was a Chroma Core cadet brought forth by A's Doodles or app on the server. And it just, was just a fun, simple little Chroma Core cadet entry that, looked cute. But I didn't really think too much of it at the time. Then as we started going through every day of the assignments, we just keep seeing random stuff with Penjamin. And I think it was about day 5 or 6 where I was like, I love this. Are they just going to do a Penjamin prompt for every single assignment? Because I'm kind of on board for that. And I would say by day 10, I was like really looking forward to these every single day. Every time I looked at the follow-alongs, I was like, I want to see what Penjamin's up to today. And it kind of became the de facto wholesome mascot of Chroma Core 2021. Everyone loved seeing Penjamin, Penjamin in his deep sea exploration gear, Penjamin, going home. Penjamin in the Forest of Cats, just everything. So much Penjamin stuff, and it was always this bright spot of every day to see what Penjamin's up to. It's got the Griffin's watering hole here. All kinds of stuff. Demi-human doctor. Yeah, so it's the lava flow suburb. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, Penjamin was just this amazing, wholesome thing that everyone kind of latched onto as being just wonderful. And I knew by the time we were getting close to the end that I really wanted to just honor that and remember that by making a prompt all about Penjamin. So yeah, this prompt is quite simple. It's just Penjamin is finally visiting actual Chroma Core. So Penjamin's coming out of his room where he's been making all the assignments, and he's going to visit the actual Chroma Core. And this, once again, wound up being a super wholesome and wonderful prompt that I absolutely loved seeing everything for. You have some different takes. Ozan, has it where everyone forgot about Penjamin. Penjamin just shows up at Chroma Core all alone. You had all these other ones, just Penjamin having a great time, just finally exploring the actual Chroma Core Academy. I love these ones that just put in tons of Easter eggs. You got all the cadets loitering around, and Penjamin is just the ultimate fan with all the swag, all the different merch, just a little bit everything, looking for Steven Zapata's autograph. This stuff really just made the whole contest worthwhile. Of course, some people went in another direction and treated Penjamin like he was some evil spy sent to destroy Chroma Core, which he might be. It's possible. But there's just so many cute ones. So many lovely things. Everyone, all of the cadets showing Penjamin around the academy. Just so much good stuff in here. I loved it. I fully loved it. Sadly, I had to give the strike to Yao Yi, which was their third strike. I don't dislike this piece at all. I think it's absolutely adorable. I only gave the strike to them because the other ones had more narrative elements in terms of Penjamin actually going to Chroma Core. But yeah, it's still a good piece. I don't have anything against it. The winner this time was Beatrice. Just with this one, just once again, it melted my heart seeing all the fun little Easter eggs in this, and just the overall feelings it gives off are just delightful. His unbridled optimism, which I think sums up Penjamin in the best way possible. Anyway, there were some delightful follow-alongs, as you might imagine. I'm going to share just a few of them. We have this one by Boba Lip. Once again, I just like seeing Penjamin as a little tourist. This one by Dragon Fruit Doodles, just because I love the way they showed the Chroma Core Academy. I like the style with the digital lockers and just the aesthetics of it all. And finally, this one by Owen, which once again takes the darker route of Penjamin being a secret agent for Monochroma, the Chroma Core rival, and burning down Chroma Core Academy. Just a trail of destruction following him. Once again, this is the type of prompt that just makes me realize how lucky I am to have such a great community and such a great, like, you know, just people that are willing to join me in my dumb little contests and things. So yeah, let's keep going. All right, fully shameless admission, I enjoy Genshin Impact. I think it's a fun game to play, and I had to do one prompt that referenced it as being one of the fun games I've been playing through most of 2021. So, having said that, I have a little prompt here that is just making a Pokemon-themed costume for one of the Genshin Impact characters. Just like a little make-believe crossover event. And we're down to just 6 competitors left. There's only 6 cadets still alive, so this should be pretty fast to actually go through them. We have this one by Ozan, a little Score Bunny Amber. It's looking good. This one by Phil, the little Xiangling. This one, also fun. Yeah, and yeah, it's good stuff all around. I think my absolute favorite, it was a toss-up because this one's really, really good, honestly. But it is a little bit close to the actual original costume. Maybe too close. But before I get to that, yes, I had to give the strike to Voreg. This was another one. It could have gone in a lot of directions. I was just a little bit feeling awkward about some of the silhouette read on some of this stuff and the pose. It just felt a little strange in the kind of positioning of pieces. So sadly, that was the third strike for Voreg, which is unfortunate because Voreg was really doing a lot of good stuff here and there. But yeah, the Beatrice I gave the win to. I just thought this felt like the most realistic, plausible like outfit thing, and it felt like it fit pretty well. For the follow-alongs, we definitely had some fellow Genshin Impact enthusiasts, because I don't even know if any of the cadets actually care. They probably don't. They probably hate me for this prompt. But for the follow-alongs, we had this beautiful one by Chipnix. Just really doing a good job there. This one I love by Melanade. However I pronounce that. I just liked how it represented the little Pokemon in the costume. I thought that was really good. And possibly the best one? I'm just going to say Peeling Bananas went in and did a prompt, even though they had to drop out of the cadets earlier on. They just had to come back for this delightful art piece. In case you don't know, the character in Genshin Impact is voiced by Lily Pichu, and Lily Pichu is represented here as Pikachu in the Pikachu costume with all kinds of fun references and also the character. So there's a lot going on, a lot of inside stuff, but it is extremely good. This is an amazing art piece, and Peeling Bananas is an awesome artist. But anyway, let's move on to assignment 35. I believe this is the last creature prompt, and it is Jiaflu, the Eldritch Horror Giraffe Elder God. I think most of my creature prompts are usually very cutesy, so I wanted to get one in there that's a little more creepy or weird. We only have 5 cadets left, so let's just go through. We got Ozan here. That one's pretty nice. This one by Phil is extra creepy. The legs are maybe a little bit stiff, but man, some of this tentacly weird stuff is delightful. This one by Chettle Kim is just an amazing illustration. I love it. And this one by Beatrice is a pretty good piece of art, although maybe a little light on the actual giraffe influences. Could be. And this one by DeHalf. So, as you might have guessed, I did give the strike to Beatrice, once again, just because I felt like the prompt was a little bit lost, especially if you don't know what it is. I don't think you would have guessed it. And the winner for this one was Chetlechem, because, I mean, just look at it. It's just an amazing art piece. This is really good. I like everything about it. The follow-alongs had some appropriately creepy stuff, like this one by Bobot. This one by Pokeowl. That's just tongues and mouths everywhere. It's pretty horrifying. And this one by Say. So those were all good. And yeah, it's time to move in. We're getting right up against the end of this thing. So let's move on to the next assignment. In case you don't know, 36 was actually the number of assignments that it took to reach a winner last year. So for this year, I thought we'd celebrate surpassing 36 or making it to 36 by celebrating with some fancy soft serve ice cream. So this is going to be the last industrial design prompt, and I wanted people to make an interdimensional soft serve machine, something that can get flavors from absolutely any dimension. So we have some good stuff. This one by Chetlechem. It really sells the dimensional little machine in there. And this one by Phil is also quite good. Chetlechem, this one. And Half had this weird looking creature one. And Beatrice with this lovely one where it goes through little portals of different, I guess, worlds, dimensions of cones and flavors and toppings. So a lot of great stuff there. I gave the strike to Chetlechem, mostly just because it didn't feel quite as cohesively interesting as some of the other ones. It felt a little boring and a little out of perspective. But I will say this, the name Yumniverse, it's good. It's a good name. It's a good name for an interdimensional soft serve machine. The winner for this one was actually Ozan, so let me just show that again. Yeah, it's just a solid piece. For the follow-alongs, I had this one by Aldessari, just looks good. This one by Alto, also great. I love the little Easter eggs in there. And this one by Ashy Adobo. So yeah, good stuff. We're only a couple assignments away, maybe 3? I don't know. How is this going to resolve itself? We still have 5 people competing. Well, we're going to need to go deep into the lore here, because it seems that Nikiti-san dared Weeow to swirl every dimensional flavor together using our fancy new interdimensional soft serve machine. Unfortunately, it wasn't designed for this, and it caused a huge interdimensional rift to appear. So that's the prompt. They had to make a dimensional incursion at Chroma Core. So a lot of weird stuff going on with this one. Obviously, got dimensional shifts happening, all of Chroma Core being destroyed. This one's just breaking out in the cafeteria and just ruining everything. This one by Chetlechem was so good because I'm in it. No, it just has this little Easter egg of me coming back from the store and seeing that everything's been destroyed in a dimensional rift, with Weeow and Nikiti-san running away and pointing fingers at each other. Yeah, just so much good stuff all around. This one by DeHaff. Also, I love the Weeow and Nikiti being in there. So once again, I'm kind of building up into a little finale storyline, just in case you haven't noticed. But yeah, I gave this strike this time to Beatrice. Not that there was anything terrible about it, really. It just didn't feel like it sold the theme as well as some of the other ones. And the winner for this one was actually Phil, just because that environment was so strong and crisp. I just love how they handled the environment there. When it comes to the follow-alongs, though, I mainly picked ones that really reference the actual setup for it as much as possible. So this one by Alex has Weeow and Nikiti looking a little scared, a little nervous about causing a giant rift in time and space. We had this one by Jeff Cosby. Similar feelings, although you can see Weeow here enjoying their giant swirl of every interdimensional flavor. And this one by Starship, which also seems to have them just trying to ignore the problem they've created and not think too much about it. But anyway, let's see what happens next. All right, I'm going to need to explain this one a little bit because this is kind of like the big in-game event of Chroma Core 2021. We had our interdimensional software machine. It exploded. It caused an interdimensional rift. And basically because of that anomaly, everything got twisted and warped, and it became unclear which dimension was the real dimension, which memories were our own memories, what's going on? Can I trust myself? Am I from this dimension? Am I from another dimension? Who knows? It's still being cleaned up. But this giant dimensional warp has just kind of caused chaos for our Chroma Core contest. So much so that we can't actually know for certain who's supposed to be still in the contest and who's in the contest in another dimension. So in order to fight that, I actually let every single person who might be a follow-along or might be a cadet in another dimension compete in this assignment. I know that sounds crazy, and how do you pick a strike? Well, you kind of don't. You just take the 4 finalists and everyone else gets a strike. Now, unfortunately, before I even planned this, I didn't expect this to happen, but every single cadet right now has 2 strikes. That means if the 4 people that are in the top are not the cadets, then none of the cadets win. And it's a sad ending because everyone's lost and we have no winner. So I was hoping that wouldn't happen. So we're going to have to take a look at all of the cadets and interdimensional cadets. Who knows who the real cadets are? But the prompt has to do with that because that was to draw your cadet fighting an alternate dimension version of themselves. But let's just dive into it. We have this amazing piece by Ozan that honestly really sums things up well. You have Ozan here, an interdimensional alternate version of Ozan that he's fighting against. And just a lot of great prompts. So there's going to be tons of them. I can't really go through everything. It's the Cucumber Squadron invading from a different dimension. You have just crazy, epic, giant battles. Even Penjamin's in here fighting his alternate self. Just a little bit of everything. Bobo Lip, different versions of their character. So much good stuff being mixed in here. Sam came back, a cadet from last year. Just also entering stuff. And we had this one by Yellock. We had this one by Yevsan, which maybe I shouldn't click on. No, it's fine. Everyone's in bikinis, but yeah, I don't know how much I wanted to show of that. Just all kinds of great stuff. Clockwork Fish. You remember this cadet from the start of the show? Yeah, that was a good one. Just all this stuff. And then, like a bomb just coming in out of nowhere, we have this one by Funky Pepe, and I'm just gonna pull it up and show you.
I keep on shattering time. I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind.
So yeah, as I mentioned, anyone could get in the top 4, and if a follow-along gets in the top 4, that means one less spot for one of the cadets. So this was all of the follow-alongs' chance to just destroy the cadets. And Funky Pepe definitely destroyed one of the cadets with this entry because that is amazing. So yeah, that's leaving less spots available for cadets. I can tell you that much. No one's gonna beat that. We have this one by Phil, who actually is a cadet. It's looking pretty okay. I like this figure. Maybe a couple issues on that one. And just tons of great entries all around. This one's great. Chettle Kim coming through with that one. Hume even made one, trying to knock out his fellow cadets. Shameful. Voreg has one, also trying to knock out the remaining cadets. And Overgang coming in from last year and just killing it with this piece. So really, a lot of people were out for blood. They wanted to get their confirmed kills of an actual cadet. So this prompt was a lot of fun, and in fact this whole setup to this big kind of climax interdimensional in-game thing was just so much fun to kind of build up to. It just let the follow-alongs play such a huge role in the actual contest. So anyway, yeah, we have all these entries. Here's actual cadets. We got Beatrice there. We got DeHaff here. just all kinds of stuff. Now, I picked my top 4, and it took me a while to really decide. And, you know, I don't have to give strikes because everyone that's not in the top 4 gets a strike, and everyone that's not in the top 4, frankly, is gone. So I picked my top 4. It was Funky Pepe, of course. It was Overgang Dude. So that's 2 kills. 2 cadets are down, and plus another cadet's down from just not being in the top 5. So spots are running out fast. Now, luckily, I did have in my top 4 this one by Beatrice and this one by Ozan. And in fact, for me, the one with Beatrice was a little bit of a tie because I also thought it was kind of, for me, I couldn't pick between Beatrice's and Shuttle Kim. So I let them have a little bit of a tie. It was too hard for me to decide. And everyone else is knocked out. Now, in case you're trying to keep track at home, that means all of Team Cyan gone. Wiped out in one single event. The only ones left are 3 people on Team Red. They all have 2 strikes. But Red Team has officially won. So, of course, as all of the remaining people were on the same team, I made a prompt that was meant to be a winner-take-all. Instead of dragging things out any further, whoever wins this one would be the grand prize winner. And I should have seen it coming because of last year, because of everything. But, of course, they did a collab and made it so I had to basically not eliminate any of them. And normally I might complain because I want to see a good competition, but with the prompt being just Red Team wins, I think you'll see that what they actually managed to do in this last day was kind of mind-blowing. So it was right up till the wire. No one had submitted anything. I wasn't sure what people would do, but then right at about midnight, people started posting little pixel art things, and I was like, what is all this? What is all this pixel art? And that is from a game. They made a game. In one day, the 3 cadets, along with some help from everyone else, they made a full-on little video game. I know. It's wild. And yeah, I'm gonna play it for you right now real fast. So yeah, I saw this and I was like, what? Play? Okay, I guess I will play their game. So I'm just gonna give you the full playthrough right here. Speedrun, any percent. It starts off like this. All those pixel characters that you had seen in the Discord, they're here. And I was like, is this just an animation? But no. No, they got little run animations. It's our 3 finalists. We got Ozan, we got Shuttle Kim, we got Beatrice. And you could run around with them. So at first I was like, well, I know the right way to go is probably going to be to the right. So let me just see what's over here. We got our other cadets. We have all these other cadets just making their little appearances. And this one over here on the left is actually Ozan's brother, who helped do the programming for this game. So definitely shout out to Ozan's brother for helping make this amazing project in a single day. But yeah, look at how, I just love how adorable they look. Look at this. This is a one-day project. They made all of this. Oh, there's Hume over here. A lot of the blue team might have been slaughtered, or Cyan, I should say. But you have all these red team people just hanging out in the remains of Chroma Core Academy, which has been destroyed through all of the carnage of everything. And who's that? Who's that at the end with the It's me. So yeah, we have a nice. We have some actual dialogue, some actual character art. Who do we have here? The top 3 cadets doing a collab? Pathetic. And yeah, that's pretty accurate to how I probably sounded. And then you got Beatrice here. Give up, Cynics. It's over. And Ozan's here. Give us the map. In case you don't know, the prize for winning was Med's map, which is his wonderful course. It's a delightful course, and they all wanted to be the winners, so they want that. They want that Meds map. Yeah, red team win. Mm-hmm. So not on my watch. Yes, of course I'm a big jerk. I don't want them to collab. I want them to fight. That's what I want. I want to see blood here, but whatever. We're gonna battle. We're gonna battle right now. So let's go. Let's go. I'm shooting the little spinning helicopter of Six over there. I'm shooting out little Penjamins at the cadets here, but it's impossible to lose actually. I had all that training from Stream Raiders. If you follow the Twitch, you know what that's referencing. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but we worked our asses off with this while you were raiding all day. You're a monster. You used Penjamin and the follow-alongs to destroy... That's true. I did use the follow-alongs to destroy them. Yeah. Even your old cadets couldn't destroy us. Get what you deserve. Dang. Ah! They beat me. They beat me, and they won Meds map. And I can't fault them for it. It ain't over yet. Your journey has just begun, kids. To be continued. Yeah, red team won. So yeah, that was the conclusion. A pretty epic conclusion, to be honest. I was so blown away that they made this that, unlike last year where I was still trying to get them to turn against each other, I'm just like, okay, you know what? You guys all win. You guys win. I can't fight that. So the results are in. We officially have 3 winners of Chroma Core 2021. We have Chroma Core member Beatrice, Chroma Core member Ozan, and Chroma Core member Chelokim. And yeah, it was a great competition. It was amazing. And those 3 people absolutely killed it. So yeah, it came out to 39 days in a row. 39 full illustrations for 39 days straight with no breaks. And that is super impressive. And if you think that is impressive, because it is, I'm going to take a moment to also go back and talk about the follow-alongs a little bit more, because not only did we have these cadets make it the full way through, but there were over 40 follow-along people that did every single assignment. Yes, over 40. There were at least 100 entries every single day, and at least 40 people did absolutely every single one. So that is frankly amazing and super impressive. And before we give those people a special shout out, I actually need to look at the follow-alongs because, like I said, the prompt was red team wins. And basically, a lot of the follow-alongs just did amazing little tribute art pieces to the 3 winners. So we had this one by Alto. This one is so adorable by Ants. Normally, I would disallow any reference to this George here. But I'm going to allow it on this final thing. I will reference it. It's open. There you go. You get your George trophies. Of course, we had Penjamin wishing everyone a proper goodbye. We had this one by Ashy Adobo, this one by Bobot, this adorable one by Chipnix. Oh, that's so good. This very wholesome one by Clumsy Penguin. This was by Duck Chew. This one was by James Barrow. Oh, this one's so cute. Jeb Cosby, once again, bringing the cutest stuff. This one was by Joy. This one by Miz, which was a pretty epic look at, I guess that's me with my big hair and my sprout and standing next to Penjamin, my lieutenant. And all of the ghosts that have been knocked out throughout the competition, all standing to welcome the winners, standing over there. So that was a great one. Some people are a little mean to me, and they wanted to take their frustrations out on me for making them do so much art over the past 7 weeks. So yeah, that's me cowering with my Ethan Becker body pillow. The end is finally here. That was by Noir, by the way, and this one's by Quack. This one by Ronin Guts. Also, I love this one. It's really cute. And look, Beatrice's character has turned into a little kitty cat. So I love that. This one by Starship with the little Penjamin. Everyone, once again, we all love Penjamin. Penjamin wins. Just good, wholesome stuff. So yeah, those are all great. And of course, I do want to give a little special shout out to the people that did every single prompt every single day. And I have a bunch of collages for that. So man, all right, I just want to try to get through all of these. So I have this one by Aiden, Aldesari, Alex, Ants, App, Ashy Adobo, by Loma, who didn't get to do everyone, but still a welcome addition to everything. Bobo Lip, Bobot, Boone, Brant, Captain Blue, Chipnix, Clockwork Fish, Cohen Comer, Cornelius, Cethellarin, Darcia, Diamond Cat, Duckcho, Elodin, Ethereal Cereal, always doing impressions of me, Frost, Fry, Fudge Cake Devil, Hard Boiled Smitty, who I want to take a special moment to also highlight because not only did we have Penjamin doing all the dailies, but we also had Hard Boiled Smitty doing their own little mascot, this little chimkin, every single day. And these were honestly right up there with Penjamin. I absolutely loved all of these entries. I just want to highlight them all now because I think it's worth seeing them all together. Just all of these little chimkin versions of every single prompt. Let's not look at that one, but the rest of them for sure. Yeah, so just so much great stuff going on in here, and big thank you to Hardboiled Smitty. Anyway, let me go back there. Let's keep going. Hardcore Chewy, James Barrow. Once again, you saw a lot of his work. Janie, saw a lot of their work. Jeb Cosby, Jeslyn Chan, who I will also mention did this amazing piece of all the cadets as they were getting knocked out. A little lovely thing going on here. I'll just try to scroll through them on screen real fast because I just like stuff like that, you know, just good, wholesome stuff. You get to see all those cadets that sadly didn't make it to the end. But yeah, great stuff there. This one by Joy, J. Polly, Kinzaria, Kluger Blitz, Lemonsy, Lion Frog, Lobster Sauce, Lola, who's definitely a favorite in the chat, Ms., Molly Weird, Noir, oops, I skipped one, Not a Cool Kid Like You, who had this lovely version of Penjamin sweeping up the cadets before Red Team won. This one by Object Zero. Owen did some killer stuff. Painterly Potatoes, Pokial, yeah, that's right. Reese, Roducci, Ronin Guts definitely did a lot of great stuff. Starship, Tatch, the Sad Frog. I said I really like their stuff. Zinus, Yellock, Zelenia, and that is, I believe, all the ones I wanted to share. At least all the ones I remembered to share. I'm sure if there were other people that did everything or most things, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I missed out on you, but you guys are all absolutely amazing. And I do have a couple special mentions that I want to go through. So like I said, I mentioned Hardboiled Smitty and all their chimkins. I also want to mention the AI. I know what you're thinking. What? The AI? Well, yeah, we had an AI actually submit a prompt for every single assignment. And I know what you're thinking. Why would an AI do that? Well, it was actually someone using an AI to generate a art piece for every single prompt. And honestly, those were also something to behold and look forward to every single day. So I'm going to take a quick look at those now. So it was actually Katharina S. East who was the one doing all this and getting all these good AI pieces together. And there were a lot of weird ones. Like they'll kind of look like almost recognizable, but they'll also look just like weirdly off-putting. And every single day, sometimes they were just like amazing, and you're like, okay, this is a great idea, and I would love to see someone take this and make it into a real piece. And some days they're just like so weird and so unique, but absolutely loved seeing all of these. Man, there was a Chroma core burger animation that I don't even know how to sum that up. That is certainly something. Yeah, just so much good stuff going on in all of these. The kangaroo unicorns. Oh man, I honestly definitely look forward to seeing these every single day, right up there with Penjamins and the Chimkins and everything. They were just so weird and so unique, and they gave me a lot of inspiration. I think they take a lot of components from different places like ArtStation and just try to compile them through the Eleuther AI. But there's no human editing on any of these. These are all just pure AI nonsense, pure AI craziness. Sometimes they're just so weird, and sometimes they're like weirdly good. And sometimes you get this, just some horrible Cronenberg nightmare. And other times it's like this weird, cute kitty Star Wars. I don't even know. If you use your imagination, you can kind of see something awesome in any of these, though. I love it. Look at this. This giraffe one is frankly probably the most eldritch horror giraffe of anything. So yeah, some of these were just wild. Other than all of this AI stuff, there's one last follow along I want to give a special shout out to, and that is Gabby Khan, who did usually an anime girl each day, but more than that, they did an animation almost every day. Usually just a simple animated anime girl, but nonetheless, I fully commend them and admire their commitment to anime girls, I guess you could say. And I'm going to show you some of those. So some of these were actually extremely ambitious. You had this like one for the very first day, like girls swinging on a tree. Obviously, full commitment to the anime girls. But yeah, it's just really amazing stuff to be doing every single day. Of course, I loved my little Charmander version of myself. But a lot of them were just, subtle, quick little animations with anime girls matching the prompts. Little things like this, and I always looked forward to seeing them. I thought they were just fun, just kind of charming, just kind of cool stuff. And there's a lot of them. Obviously, sometimes they weren't all anime girls. We got little dinosaurs for our kaiju and whatnot. Forest of Cats. Maybe this one's a little more anime girlish. Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot more anime girlish. There's just so many different prompts going on in here. Adorable stuff all around. Just kind of good stuff. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Gabby Khan for that, because that is a lot of work to be done. And I gotta show a few more of these because these are pretty hilarious. We got this one, the Shiitake one, really good. It's a cute character. Just all kinds of stuff going on in here. Just various little animations. This one was good too. It's like a full little animated sequence. Very quickly, I'm just drawing stuff. Doing portraits of cadets. We have the lava flow suburbs. I guess that works. We have anime girl just shooting a gun. I love this one maybe more than any other one. Penjamin visiting Chroma core. And I didn't escape unscathed from all of these. I definitely had to deal with whatever this is, this animation, which Anyway, you know what? I think that's going to wrap it up. We've seen enough. We've seen everything we need to see. Chroma Core 2021 is in the books. It was absolutely amazing. I was worried that last year might have been a fluke because it was so great last year, but this year wound up being equally amazing, if not more so. I hesitate to compare them because they're just all really great, and I don't know, they honestly just fill my heart with so much like happiness and joy. And I'm so lucky to get to host a community that is so just positive and wonderful and commits to doing these types of things with me, because it's honestly the best thing I could have hoped for. So thank you all just so much. I'm looking forward to next year already. It'll probably be around the same time. I don't know what kind of new weird things I'll think of, but yeah, July 2022, we'll look forward to yet another Chroma Core. It hopefully won't be as long as this one. I'm gonna find a way to shrink it, just a hint. I'm not gonna get rid of anything important. I'm just gonna kind of try to make it a little bit swifter so it doesn't take up 2 months. But other than that, just a huge thank you to everyone that watched this video. I hope I was able to edit it down into something that's digestible and not like 3 hours long. And a huge bonus thank you, of course, to all of my Patreon supporters, because without things like Patreon, I don't know if I'd be able to take a bunch of time to just host these giant contests that aren't for money. They're not for anything. I'm not like trying to turn them into a business. They're just for fun, just for the love of the community. And it's because of things like Patreon that I can do stuff like that. So just thank you. Thank you all so much. And yeah, I look forward to interacting with all of you more and more in the future. I made so many great new friends this year. So yeah, have a great year, everyone. Do a lot of cool stuff. Keep leveling up. I'll see you in Chroma Core next time. And of course, in the meantime, I got a lot of YouTube videos to make, so I got to get back on that grind. All right. See you, everyone.